Good morning, Miss Knicks Nation. Today is Sunday. It is the 19th day of June 2022, and we only have 4 more days until D-Day for the Knicks, the NBA draft. First of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out here in Knicks Nation. Happy Father's Day to all of you. Also, blessings upon all of you, and hope your households are healthy and safe today. Blessings upon all of you in terms of the needs of your family, in terms of food, shelter, clothing, and health. I hope all of those needs are being met on this Father's Day. Blessings also upon those that work in the healthcare field, even on Father's Day, and those that are out here as first responders trying to save lives today, and those who pick up garbage to keep streets and sidewalks and parks and record places clean, and those that make deliveries of food and other important items for our convenience, and double blessings on the men and women trying to rescue and deliver the children who are victims of child molestation. It goes on every day, every state in the United States, every county in the United States, child molestation. And blessings upon the men and women trying to stop this disgusting practice by perverted individuals. Also, curses, double curses on the perverts, profiteers, and those that are perpetrating this evil of child pornography and pornography, even of prostitution and child prostitution, of human trafficking, and of course the aforementioned pedophilia and sex slavery. Double curses on those practicing these things. Finally, blessings on the homeless, even on Father's Day. 600,000 men, women, and children on the streets of the United States. Let us never forget this is real. And millions around the world in similar or worse conditions, and blessings upon them. For theirs is the kingdom. Let's talk about the Knicks right now. So, as we are 4 days before the NBA draft, and the Knicks have some important decisions to make. I want y'all to stay cool now. Stay calm, stay cool. The Knicks have multiple options. Let me say that again. Multiple options. Somebody contact me where they're shopping Nerlens Noel. Y'all need to wake up. They shopping all the vets. Wake up. That's Nerlens Noel. They shopping Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Evan Fournier, Nerlens Noel, Julius Randle. They shopping all of them. Don't act like this is strange because some podunk platform somewhere says, oh, we heard they're shopping Nerlens Noel. They shopping everybody. Okay? And then some of y'all get all butthurt because I mentioned Cam Reddish. Stop tripping. Cam Reddish was not drafted by the Knicks. Yes, that is important. Yes, they traded a first round pick in Kevin Knox for him, but please stop being one-sided. Tom Thibodeau did not want him. Ian Begley already told you. He did not want him. Leon went and got him without Tibbs. And why? I don't know why, but I do know this about Tibbs, and y'all should wake up. Tibbs is not having it if you are not available. He already has a thing against the young players. And so you're going to be hurt every year. Look, my man Cam has tremendous talent. I always said I thought he was the most talented of the 3 triplets at Duke. Even Zion. Because of Zion's weight, I was concerned about his knees long term. But Cam, I thought Cam would be the best pro. Because he had that talent. If some of y'all think he lazy, he's not lazy. He just makes things look easy because he got talent. But look, the talent don't mean nothing. And in 3 years, you in the league, you hurt all 3 years? Come on now. Stop it. Get over that. This is business. This is real. I mean, I understand your fans. Knick Nation love y'all. But you got to remember there's a business side to this. Tibbs ain't having it if you're not available. And unfortunately for my man Cam Reddish, he has a history of not being available. Okay, he has a history of getting hurt. Ankles, Achilles, now shoulder. Yes, he was trying on the play. I saw the play. But there's a pattern here. You need to understand that. Okay, there's a pattern here. Okay, so don't get trippy and butthurt because I mentioned Cam. He's the most likely young player to be traded. And if you're an opposing team, he's the one that you might say, oh yeah, I think we can get some out of him. Well, let's do that. We got Quentin Grimes. Some of y'all tripping on Grimes. Grimes is a starter. I told y'all before they drafted him that they should draft him last year. And the reason is because I picture him as a long-term starter. He plays both ends of the ball. He shoots the lights out. He has a high IQ and he's a Knick. Stop tripping. Evan Fournier needs to go. Quentin Grimes needs the spotlight now, and that's positioned at the 2 spot. I don't care if we get Jaden Ivey. He play, but he won't start. Come on, be real. He won't start. Not with Tom Thibodeau. Real fortunate he would be in the rotation, and he would be. Okay, so don't trip. All the vets on the market. Don't even think all of them on the market, and then you add Cam Reddish to that too. And this Obi Toppin stuff. Look, brethren, let's make this clear, okay? Teams make calls all the time, like every day. That's a general manager's job. They're making phone calls. And if you're a general manager, you ask about everybody. You don't, you ask about Obi, you ask about RJ. Just because somebody finds out that a GM called the Knicks and asked about Obi in a trade for the Kings, that doesn't mean the Knicks are going to do it. Stop tripping. Relax. Some of y'all just too busy, ready to trip. Like a battered wife syndrome. Stop it. We all right. Okay, we all right. But regardless, one thing you have to understand, like I said, I say this repeatedly, we got a good management team. Do they make some mistakes? Yes, but so do you. Stop tripping. Okay? Stop tripping. So, Obi might be involved in the trade, but I would have to tend that the Knicks are trying to move Randall before Obi. Now, if they have to move Obi and they decided in order to get a Jaden Ivey, they do that, okay, I wouldn't like that, but if that's what they decide to do, then that's the best move to do. But I don't think they would have to do that. I think they can move the players I mentioned, Randall, combination of the three of Randall, Evan Fournier, or Burks, the number 11 pick, the 2023 Dallas pick, some other future seconds, and a young player, which would probably be Cam. That's the team. That's it. Okay? That's it. And I'm feeling real confident now that the Knicks are okay at the 5. I'm 70% sure we're going to get Mitch Rob back. 70% sure. Not 100%, but 70% sure we'll get Mitch Rob back. If not, I'm very confident in a Mo Bamba situation that could actually materialize. I'm very confident in that. Or they can get another type of center that can fill that role without having to draft some rookie. Okay. Now, there are multiple strategies. We know already about the Knicks trying to trade up to get Jaden Ivey. We already know about that. They have not worked out Benedict Mathurin. But then again, they did not work out Jaden Ivey either. But I think they saw enough at the pro day, at Jaden Ivey's pro day. Plus, of course, they've been scouting him for 6 months at least. They've been going to the games in college and scouting him. So they seen that. They went to the pro day. They probably figure it's enough. And we don't really know if they haven't brought him in. But I know they have not. They asked Jaden Mathurin straight up, have you, the Knicks contact? No. So the Knicks have not dealt with Mathurin. So unfortunately, I have to take Mathurin off my possibility list. And we have to go with who they actually have worked out that we know about. Okay. So we know they worked out Ochai Agbaji. We know they worked out Tari Eason. We know they're very interested in Jaden Ivey. They worked out Dyson Daniels. We know that. I have not heard about them bringing in Johnny Davis for a workout. Now, they might have. I'm still looking for the Sohan-Davis combination that have been brought in. Okay. Mark Berman, my man, I always bring him up because I like Mark Berman, but I also like to beat him up because some of the things he put out there. And I think he laughs probably when he sees these type of things. But he predicted Johnny Davis. I would not cry if we got Johnny Davis. My preference would be for Ochai Agbaji because we can get just as much talent and probably get it lower in the first round. Okay. I'd like Ochai. And I still think if we trade down, the Don could pull off 2 players. I'd like to get a Tari Eason, Ochai Agbaji. To me, the Tari Eason, Ochai Agbaji, if we were able to pull those 2 in this draft, to me, that's just as impactful as getting a Jaden Ivey. I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm thinking that too. If we could get those 2 cats, because I think Tari's being slept on. And I think it's because, maybe, I don't know, his attitude or something. I don't know. But talent-wise, this kid could play. He's a dog. He's a street dog, period. End of story. Okay. And of course, I like Agbaji defensively, both sides of the basketball. If y'all keep asking me to look at this dude or that dude, first thing you got to understand with me, if you want to ask, say, Raw, look at this guy. Look and see if he plays defense. If you got to tell me, well, he can learn defense, when we need to talk, especially at 11, we don't need to talk. Okay. He has to learn. You know, you got Tom Thibodeau as your coach, right? You got to learn. He ain't taking that. No, sir. Not at all. So, Agbaji plays defense. Tari plays defense. Johnny Davis plays defense. So does Jaden Ivey. Okay? All of these guys come in knowing how to play on the defensive end. Yes, do they need to learn more on the NBA level? Of course. But they come in with that pedigree already. You ain't got to stress to them the importance of the defensive end. They already know. Okay? Even Dyson Daniels, who can't shoot, but he plays defense. Okay? He plays defense. I need that first. And I'm sure Thibodeau needs that first. Thibodeau's, like, to me, the sweet spot for Thibodeau is a player like Grimes. Grimes plays defense and Grimes can shoot. You give him that combination and he'll work with it. And if you can give him a third one, a guy that can do those two things and then break somebody down off the dribble, Jaden Ivey. Now that's why you see them trying to get him. Okay. Cause he does all three. He plays defense. He can shoot the rock and he breaks people down off the dribble. Now his shooting, from 3-point, but he took a lot of tough shots. Like some of y'all say about Johnny Davis. So did Jaden Ivey. He took a lot of tough shots. I'm not worried about him. NBA spacing. The kid could play. Okay. So I'm not worried about that. So there's multiple options. They can trade up and see what they can get. They got a price in mind. It ain't get him at all costs, y'all. Don't listen to the media BS. We got a price in mind. That's rational. That's not getting emotional about a deal. You get rational. You get focused. And they say, okay, this is the price we're willing to pay for Jaden Ivey. You don't want it, we walk. And you got to be ready to walk. Just like any sale. You go to buy a car. Don't be a sucker and just buy the car because the salesman said, oh, this has got low miles and it's great. You got to be ready to walk away from the car. You got to be ready to walk away from this deal if it don't work. Period. Okay? I love the kid. But if we got to overpay, we won't pay. See you. That's how you got to look at this. Okay? Then you're going to see who's dropping to me at 11. Somebody going to drop. I know a lot of you are like AJ Griffin. I'll be honest with you. I like AJ Griffin. He's a talented young man. He's 18 years old. Lots of upside. But I am comparing him to other players available. Okay? I'm not saying some of y'all get all hypey and think because I don't want him at 11 that I think he can't play. I think he can play. But if you're going to ask me, Jaden Ivey, Benedict Mathurin, Tari Eason, Ochai Agbaji, I want them first. Okay? That's all I'm saying to y'all. Some people real high on him. And I understand, we fall 11, we got to pick him. We don't got to do nothing. But get the best player available for us. And to me, it depends. Jeremy Sohan. I'd rather have Sohan. See, again, my order is Ivy, Mathurin, Sohan. Followed closely by Eason, Agbaji, those guys. I think Agbaji's a steal. I really think he's a steal. Okay? For him and Eason, I think they're both steals. If we can get those two dudes, man, I'm very happy. One of them will be okay, but because of where they're being drafted, we could trade down. We got the assets to maneuver and get two of them. Now, again, let's see how it plays out. Multiple options. Move up for Ivy. Stay put if a Sohan is there and we want him. We could get that. Trade down and see if we can pick up the combination of a Agbaji and an Eason. See? That's because people are going to drop. I think the two candidates to me that I see dropping are Shaedon Sharpe and AJ Griffin. Those are the possible droppers to me. I don't see Keegan Murray dropping past 7. Benedict Mathurin's probably not going past 7 or 8. Okay? Somebody's going to pick Jalen Duren because of his upside. I think San Antonio is the most likely candidate. They could use a 5 like that they can develop. And so, to me, the droppers are the two, because nobody knows anything about Shaedon Sharpe. I hear people talking about he's got this and he could do that. You don't know what the heck he could do. He ain't played against nobody. How y'all talking about he can score off the dribble? He could do it. Oh yeah, against freshmen in high school. Come on. Wait, did he do that against Tari Eason? Did he do that against Johnny Davis? Did he do that against Benedict Mathurin or Dalen Terry? No. So how you telling me what he could do? You don't know nothing about what he could do. You guessing. And that's what you're doing when you drafting him. It's pure speculation. I don't want the Knicks to speculate. I hope the kid has an all-star level career. I hope he does. But I'm not taking that risk right now. And I know Leon ain't risking his job to take that list. Some of y'all needs to stop tripping on the NBA 2K. This is real. This is the league. This is real money. This ain't Monopoly. So no, he might drop. Because a lot of GMs I could see a team like a Detroit who's really just beginning their rebuild, taking a chance on him at a 3 spot, and developing him in the G League and so on and so forth, see what they could get. But they may not do it either. They may not. I don't see Portland doing it. Not when they're trying to build around Dame. Maybe Indiana, who's cleaning house and again starting a rebuild. Maybe Indiana. Maybe Detroit. Possibly those two. But if he don't get picked by those two, that young man's going to drop. Maybe San Antonio, but San Antonio really could use a 5. And I'm saying Jalen Duren in their future. Washington, no. Washington is in half win now mode. They got Beal at his prime. On the other side of his prime. Plus all these other vets like Kuzma. And they got young players like Rui Hachimura and the Denny Abdiva. They're trying to win the playoff spot. So I don't see that happening either, y'all. See? The Knicks ain't picking him. He could drop. Okay? AJ Griffin, he got better shot, but he could drop too. Okay? He might fall to 11. And then the Knicks might pick him. There's a lot of upside, but there's a lot of work to do with that young man. A lot of work to do. He's very young. He's going to spend a lot of time in the G League. Okay, I'm just telling you. But we're not going to get Mathurin. He's going to be gone. If we don't trade up and get Jaden Ivey, we could get Sohan. We could get Johnny Davis. We could trade down and get 2 good players. I think we're in good positions. Don't trip. Stay cool. The Don know what he's doing. He got a good team around him. The Knicks going to draft well. We're not getting no Frederick Weiss this year. Don't worry about that. We're not getting that cat this year. That's not happening. We're getting a good player. Maybe 2. Okay? We had to do a little work, but the top half of this draft is where the gold rush is. Top half. You got some bottom half people. Like I like E.J. Liddell. I like Dalen Terry. I like Jalen Williams. I like those guys. But see, this is the thing. Listen to me carefully. If we take 2 players, don't take 2 wings. Now you're just wasting a pick. You already got Grimes. Okay, you got to move Fournier. You got RJ. Get one more wing. IQ is really a wing. I know we started looking him at a point guard, and I hope they give him a shot, but he's really a wing. Okay, so pick 1 wing and 1 front court player. That's why I say Tari and Ilkai Agbaji. Agbaji's a wing. Tari's a 3-4 dude. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. So if you're looking down later, if you want Jalen Williams, you got to choose between a Jalen Williams and a Dalen Terry. You cannot have both. They're both wing type players. You got to choose one of them and then pick you a front court guy, a forward, a 3, somebody like that, like Tari or Sohan. Something like that. You got to balance this with your roster. Okay? Anyway, please enjoy your Father's Day. I'm hanging out with my man today. And we're going into Orlando to eat. Alex Campos today. We're hanging out with his family. His wife is treating us to dinner. We're very fortunate there. And we're going to go there and enjoy ourselves later on today. My wife is going to make my father a brunch fit for a king because my wife could throw down in the kitchen. And so we're getting ready to do that. Y'all enjoy yours. Shalom.